to my channel and to Monday Craft with me. I'm going to move my coffee so I don't spill it. I haven't finished a full cup, so excuse me if I bumble a little bit. So today I thought we would take and finish this little thing up. I'm so loving it. I have gone ahead and did a few things. I got this side done and I made this. Now this is from the new kit for the creatives, their gift for this month, second one I think it is. And we're going to do this because I thought I would do some journaling cards out of those. So I thought, well, let's do some more of those because they're so much fun. I'm addicted. And the other thing I did was I added this flower there because I thought it needed something. So today we're going to work on finishing this up here. And because I kind of got kind of crazy here when I was scoring it to come in so that we could make it a page, I got kind of crazy there. So we're going to turn this into a pocket, into a tuck. But I thought what we would do is, because these I'm so addicted to these. I'm having so much fun playing with them. But I thought what we could do is carefully take this envelope window out. If it's going to join me in the party here. Let's see, am I over here enough? I'm going to get rid of my pen here. Let's get rid of that. Let's put that over there and get this over here. There we go. Okay. This side I'm just going to leave as a writing spot. I'm not going to do anything with it. Don't have to take this out nicely. As you can see, it's not really cooperating. You could cut this out, but I don't want this left in here at all, because I want mine to sit in there nicely. But I don't want to rip my paper. Hopefully this will work. Okay, that's close. There we go. I think that's good. Let's get rid of that stuff. And this is the one that I thought I would put in there. And I'll go back over here. Get this side out of our way. There we go. So I want it like that. And I think that just about puts it right to the, just about right to the end. So we can take a little bit off of that. And I want this right about here. And I don't want it to be right up against the top because I want room to put some washi tape in there to keep anything from hooking. I'm gonna get up there. Okay. And let's see how that looks. Perfect. Look how pretty that is. Look how pretty that is. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this window just to give it a little extra before we put that in. Just ink it around there. Inking makes it, for me, inking just finishes it off. And we're going to cover this whole thing too, so it's not going to matter. There we go. I really like that. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to run what I found works really well is this. Way better than the glue. Way better than the glue. But I'm going to run it on the tops, the sides, all the way along. If I can find the end. There it is. I squished it down very well, apparently, when last time I used it. There we go. Okay. We're just going to like so. Let's cut that a little bit off because I kind of ruined it with my fingers. And we're just going to stick that over there for now. There we go. Let's not do that again. And we're just going to, like so. Let's just not try to tear it. It doesn't want to tear. Go. One more piece here. So far on everything else that I used this on with this paper using the vellum has stuck. It has stayed where I needed it to stay. So hopefully, oops, not delayed later. Okay, just make sure they're good and adhered. And I'm just going to peel these guys off just like so. Not leaving. I don't want, there we go. It all wants to come. Easier said than done, I tell ya. Come on. I made sure it was adhered very well, didn't I? There we go. That's that one. And then this one's coming up too. There we go. Okay. So now we're going to put this in here and just carefully. We kind of have, because as I inked there, we kind of have a little bit of a guideline here as to where I want this. Look at that. That was a happy accident. Okay, so we're just going to, like that. That was a happy accident. Yeah. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this washi tape and I'm just going to go along the edges here because I just don't want it lifting. And we're going to put a little glue on the washi tape. Hopefully it will behave. Well, I'm not going to put it on this side because I don't want. I think this one is pretty good. I'm going to go right to the top. So it looks like it was meant to be there. Not working. It's not working. It's a decoration. It's not doing a job. I don't know about anybody else, but I don't use a lot of washi tape. I just don't. And I don't know why. But I have lots of it, so I've got to start using it. Okay. There's that. There. And I don't think we need it anywhere else. I just wanted to make sure that it doesn't catch as things are getting put in there. So we can glue this envelope back up again. If my glue wants to cooperate, there it is. Yeah, doesn't even take much, does it? Okay. So now I've got my scraps, just like I did on, I'm getting crowded in here again. Just like I did on this one, I've got my scraps here. And I've been throwing stuff on top of my scraps. But here we go. Here we go. Okay. And we're just going to get rid of that. I have lots of scraps here. Let's pick the best. Okay. Well, this is a nice full one, so I think we're just going to do that because, well, it fits and it's there. This is one of my favorite ways to use up my scraps. I always feel accomplished when I used up scraps. But don't trust me. I have got bags and bags and bags of scraps that I have not used up, and I need to use those up. And let's put a little. I'm gonna put a little paper bag in here. I don't know. I just just need it. I just need it in there. Let's kind of, but we need to put something here first. Let's put this guy in like this. And put this guy in here. Like so. And then we're gonna put this guy in here. Alrighty. I keep that back a little bit. Don't want too much glue going on that lovely little thing here. Okay, so let's put this guy up here, and maybe just about here. Let's tear it all. Okay, so we need a little something underneath here. A little something, something. Well, look at what we got here. What we got here? I like that. I don't want that to go too far over my numbers. Okay, so let's put this in here. One thing I can say is, boy, you sure go through a lot of glue. I do. I go through a lot. Okay. I just want to take that like so. I like that. Yep, yep. Okay, so we still need something right here. And we need this little piece in here. We need this little piece in here. Because we just don't have a little spot there that needs some covering right here. There. Okay, and then we can have a little something, something right here. Let's rip this up. This is my Subway bag. And we want to yes, that's what we want to do. Just like that. Layers are fun. I love layers. And we're just going to go like so. And then, yeah, oh yeah, that's what I was using that for. Oh, we're going to do that again. Yeah, so that was handy dandy. That was handy dandy. Okay, let's get this right in here like so. I see what I did. I see what I did. Let me get that out of there. There. Perfect. Okay. And we may take, and maybe just do something like that. What else have we got? What else have we got in here? What other goodies do we have? And these guys, I've lost half of them, or I don't think I've used them all, but we have this one too, which, oh, look at that. This is this flower here. So maybe we'll just take and do it. I really want something right there. Really want something right there. But are we going to sit and contemplate on it and play for a long period of time? No. That's pretty too. But not if I'm using. No, let's put this. Let's just ink this up a little bit. Get rid of my white lines. Okay, we're just going to put that right there. And I see exactly what's going to go right underneath it. I see it. So I wanted to get this done today because it is now time to plant garden. And I don't know how long it's going to take me to get my garden planted. So I thought, well, just in case I'm busy with garden next week. We're still in some cold weather, but we're not going down to freezing. So, well, that's what they say right now for the next 10 days. That can change, can't it? Let me put that right there. There, okay. Not playing with that. Let's play with, let's get our, we still have lots of scraps here. Should we just put, what's going down here? What's going down here? What's going down? What did you do? Oh, that's the way you glue your envelope together, so there. Force it. And if it doesn't want to do it for you, take it apart and try again. This is just being a little obstinate. That's okay. Right here. I can see it bunching up right there. That's okay. That's okay. Oh, I see what's going on. Let's get that out of here. Let's fix that right now. So I'm just going to take and because this piece is what's causing grief right here. Let's get that out of there. Let's get that out. We don't need that little piece in there. Okay, now there we go. That's better. I'll just put a little more glue in there. There we go. There we go. Okay. Let's do this. Now, like I said, we have lots of scraps. We could piece together, or we could just do one nice sheet. We have this too. Let's see what we got this right here. Right here. Let's just do this. A nice spot for writing. Oh, I bet you this goes this way, doesn't it? Yes, it does. Let's put it in the right way. So I'm just going to take and do this. Get my thing out of there. And we're just going to create another scrap. Oh, we do love our scraps. Okay, and we're going to... like so. There we go. All right. I'm just going to put that on there right like so. This here is causing it to bunch up a little bit, so we're not going to worry about that too much. Sorry. It makes it a little shorter. That's okay. All right. Okay, so we've got this done now. And I've got this done. And we're just going to let that glue dry a little bit, and then we're just going to put some paper inside there. That's all we're going to do. More paper, more places to write. Now comes the fun part. This is the part that I've been nervous about. I have been. Okay, so we're going to first put our book in here. We're going to do this first. Okay, here we go. I wreck this. That's it. I wreck it. So I'm going to... Oops. Crunch, crunch. What are we dealing with here? We're dealing with about a 3/4 inch. And where'd my pencil go? I see it over here. I see it. Okay. So I'm just going to put this, I hope you can see what I'm doing. I want to kind of make it sort of as close as to the middle as I can. So I'm just taking my measurement here, and I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course it's 5. So 1, 2, I'm going to say this here is about the middle. And we're going to bring this up just a smidge right into here. Okay. And let's do that same thing. Hopefully we're lining them up. Okay. And yeah, I'm measuring. I'm measuring, sort of. Okay, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got a little bit here. What did I do? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to go... yeah, I think right about here. That looks pretty close to me. 1, 2, and kind of sort of right there. Okay. We're going to just do it. So we are going to punch our holes. I'm going to do the larger one. And I don't want to go too far up. There we go, right like so. Hold on. There we go. Right like so. Okay, whoops. Get back over there. Okay. All right. So we're going to put, I found them ahead of time. These were the washers that I was looking for. Okay. Because they kind of, oh, look at it, it's pretty close to those little, pretty close. Okay, well, we're going to get this and this and snap. All right, I'm going to do the same thing here. That. And snap this one in place. They kind of hold on while you get it set up. That's why I like those ones. Okay. All right. I'll put this away for now because we got to use it one more time. Okay. We are going to now. I am going to put this in here. Now, if you wanted to, you could put some beads along here or something, but I'm not going to. Now, I am going to, that's what I did with the strings. I'll just put one of those little things in there. I think because this is, yeah, see, that's where the problem comes in. So we need to take and carefully hit back like that. Hopefully that'll be enough. And like so. Okay, let's see. Because what happens is the string will, or the elastic will fit inside that little notch that we made, and it won't rip your paper. Okay, so then we're just going to we want it tight, but not too tight. And I'm going to put up here so it doesn't interfere. That's pretty snug. It's pretty snug. Let's just do it a little looser, because it just has to hold. It doesn't have to, oops. It doesn't have to keep it there permanently. It just needs to hold it in place so it's not wiggling around. Okay, I'm going to just tie it right here. That's what you want. You want that just like so. Okay. Now, I am going to tie another knot on this one because I just don't want it to go anywhere. And I'm going to move this knot up to the top. Right, like so. That's good. If somebody, whoever gets this wants it to be a little not there, then they can move it too. A little knot. Hopefully, does it work? Yes, it does. Okay. Yay. One problem solved. Okay, next issue at hand is my closure. Okay. Oh, I like that. I really like that. Looks good. Okay. So, the closure. We are going to use this. Now, this was just plain white elastic. And I hunted high and low for black. I did not have black. So I used my alcohol inks and I just dyed it. And actually, I think it looks just as good, if not better, than what a black would have looked. So I am going to mark my spot. This is my top cover here. And that's where this is going to wrap around like this. So I want to have this kind of sort of in the middle, which is not the middle of our pocket here. So I'm just going to go right about there. And then we will take this ruler and go as straight as we can. Eyeball. And we're going to go right about here. That look about right? Eyeball. Okay, here this is the part that I've been dreading the most. I figured this one here would work. This one I wasn't so certain about. But we're going to just wing it. As my husband would say, no one likes a coward. That's what he says when we're at the supper table and somebody's going, oh, do they want more or don't they? And I say, oh, no one likes a coward. He likes to push food. He doesn't like anybody walking away from the table hungry. This one's a little tougher to see, but we're going to wing it and say it's right there. Okay, so now we want our elastic on the outside, and this has to come on the inside. What I have found to do, what I found to do is I put, this might be too thick. This might be too thick, and if it is, well, we'll just have to come up with a different plan. But if you put this inside, yeah, that's going to be really thick. Put this inside, and I'm going to put this one here. If I can get it in there. Can I get it in there? That's why my fingers is that color, because I was dyeing this elastic. Okay. Oop, oop. Okay. Let me get it in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. And then this one, to lock it in here, I just want this elastic to go. Of course you do. I want it to go down below here. Well, let's get this out. We don't want the elastic twisted, so I'm just taking and moving it so that it goes, so it's pointing down. It's pointing down like that. Okay, now let's see if we can get that back in there. We did it once, we could do it again. And then we're going to lock that in there like that and wish for the best. Okay. Okay. Sorry if my hand making the camera go crazy, but there we go. And we'll trim that out a little bit later. And so this, yeah, I see what I did. That's okay. Let's just see. Let's just see. We're going to put this down like this like this like this, and I'll bring that around like that. That's pretty close to where I wanted it. I think so. Okay, let's get that other one in. Okay. Now this has to go this way. So we want, I got way more here than what I need, but we want to make sure. Let's see where it is. If I have it like so, then it's going to go over here, like so. Oops, not like so, like so. Like so. Hold on. Okay. Like this and like this. That's a nice fit right there. So I'm just going to cut some of this off. Cut some off. There, right there. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. This here, we just want to be able to slide it out like so. Right? So it's out of our way. Okay, so we are going to take and untwist, and we're going to put it in there like that. Okay, thought it through, figured it out. Let's get this over here. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to, let's hold on here. We need this to be about a big, right? Let's just put this in here. And how did we do that? We fit it through, yeah. I just did it and I forgot. How about that? Okay, so we're going to feed this through. Get rid of that out of my hand. I'm shaky. I'm shaky. I'm so scared this isn't going to work. And I'm probably shaking because I haven't had breakfast and I only had a partial cup of coffee. Okay, so is that going to be enough? Just before we do this, we want to make sure that we've got this cased. Right? Better safe than sorry. Perfect. Okay. All right. Matters at hand. And we're going to do the same as we did on this one. We did the larger on this side. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm just trying to get this in there one more time. Cooperate with me, please. Okay, move it. Whoop, whoop. Don't fall on me. I don't want to go hunting for another one. Get in there. It is a very snug fit, but as we showed, it does go. There we go. Oh, no. Come on. Sometimes if you pull the elastic a little snugger, there we go. There we go. Pull it snug, and then it cooperates a bit better. And then we're just going to put this piece on here and snap it in. There we go. All right. I'm going to put this to this side here. That's not cooperating. Okay. There we go. This side down. There we go. Get into our hole. There we go. Everything in place. Let's pray. And there we go. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see. Let's make sure. It could be a little snugger, but I'm okay with that. Because when you're using it, you want to make sure that you've got the room to expand. And then we will have this on here like so. I could have put it over a little bit more, but that's okay. There we go. Oh, I like it. Okay, so now let's make some journaling cards. I don't know how much time we've gone into, but we're going to, I want to show you what I did with these guys. And these are from the Creatives kit, the gift that's just up there now. And let's do this. This is what I did. A little tedious, but it kind of, I think it looks okay. All right. So I just took and did my hole punch. I like to get stuck in there. That's normal. The confetti. Remember the old confetti days? I don't know if you can. I don't think you can. Can you throw rice now? Still? I'm thinking if those poor birds went crazy on the rice, they would have an expanding belly. Okay. And then we'll do this side. a long weekend here. I don't know where you are if it's a long weekend. And like I said, this is the planting weekend, but it's a little chilly, and I'd like to let it warm up a little bit. But I am getting antsy, and I want to get in there. I went to the greenhouse Saturday, and I bought a lot of plants. I've got tomato plants, lots of them, but I like to freeze them. I used to can them. I like canned too, but oh boy, there's just something easy peasy about the freezing them. Okay, we won't do that one on. We'll just do I'll just make you painfully watch me do the first one. I'll do the other one on my own time. On my own time. Okay, then what I did was I took my Sharpie and I just went over all the whites. It's a little different color than the black. Oops, the black on from the printer, but you don't look at it that close. And if you do, well, come up with a different solution. I guess a different solution would be to have a punch that size, which I do not. You might want to do this in a ventilated space because these are stinky. But I use them a lot. I use this black a lot. I think this will make a really pretty journaling card. And I'm not backing it. You could back it before you punch the holes. But I'm just going to ink it. Okay. Much better. Oh, I see a little bit of white there. I don't think it really much matters, but if you're going to go with making it black, you might as well make sure you got all the white covered. Right? Right. There we go. Love that. Okay. So that's that. That's how I did that. And then what I did, and then, stop doing that, Sophie. Stop doing the advance. I picked out some of these that I hadn't already used on the other cards that I made. When I used this for a belly band. There we go. Okay. And then with these, you just take and trim it to where you put it where you want. There goes my voice. There we go. Put it to where you want. And of course, what I did before was I just took, because you can see where you need to cut, and I just took off what I needed to take off. And now let's take and let's take and do this. We're just going to go right to there. It doesn't look right if you leave a little bit hanging over on the black. It just doesn't. Just try to, you can make it a little smaller, but don't make it a little bigger. And I am just going to take and smidgen off some here. Oh boy, did I ever, what happened there? I moved it over. That's what happened. Well, we can take a little more off of that. That's because I think I went a little crooked too. Okay, like so. And then I'm just going to take a little off of this side. I found that this doesn't go through the corner punch, the rounder, too good. So I just make it a little smaller. Keep it within those lines. Like so. I'd say that's pretty close to being perfect. And I really want this bug. I really want this bug in there. So we're just going to, again, rip this where we are starting point. And I don't think I can get that ripped. That little, well, let's try. If I can rip it, that would be perfect. It's a small amount. I'm going to do it right like so. And let's see. Oh, that'd be awesome if it works. Does it work? Wow, yes, it does. I made it easier. Okay, so I am going to trim from this side here and to right about there. Like so. Okay, I'll pick one for the third one. Let's see, let's do the butterfly, shall we? And I kind of already, now I'm torn. I don't want to lose my butterfly, but I like the number. But sometimes we have to make sacrifices, and that's just a sacrifice you gotta make. So I'm just going to do, I hope did I hit record? Boy, oh boy, would that ever be a pain in the butt if I didn't, wouldn't it? I'd have to start all over again, and I can't. But I did. I did hit the button, so that's good. I find time to think about it now, isn't it? Okay, so that's as easy as that is, and then we're just going to find my double-faced tape. What did I do with it? You've seen me have it, right? There it is. Okay, it's hiding under my scrap mess. All right, so we will just take and get that out of there. Get out of there. Get out. There we go. Creepers, creepers. And we're just going to take and flip these over. And with these ones, I think I just did them along the side because I don't think you really have to. They're not going anywhere. I just like them done on the side. You could, if you want to, take and do them all the way around, you go for it. But I'm just going to do the sides. But I do love these. I'm so addicted to this. I am going to play more with these and make just some ephemera to have on hand. Because these can go anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. Alrighty. This one up there. Okay. We'll do a little flip through too once we're done here. Okay. And then I see some are just a little longer than what they need to be, so we're just going to trim that off. I don't want anything sticky hanging over, causing issues. Okay, and that. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay. I think that's the way that I did it, is it? Is that the way I did it? Oops, not that way. That one a little smaller than what I needed to be. I think they're, you know, I believe they're all the same size, but you never know. This comes from a strip of 5. And we're just going to take and plop it in there, just like, oops, like so. A little off here, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Okay. See that little bit that I told you that it doesn't look right when it's on there, but it's there. It's there now. There we go. All right, and then I'm going to just take and round my corners with this one, I think. Just to, yeah, just to give it a little. And then, like I said, I'm not going to back it, but I will ink it. If you got stamps, you could put some stamps on there. You could use a stencil. But I'm just going to take and get rid of that white. Let's get rid of the white. There. All right, I am going to go and clean up this mess, and I will come back and we'll do a reveal. Don't go anywhere. All right, I'm back, and this area is nice and clean. This, not so much, but you see clean. It's not. So let's have a look and see. I wish that I would have put these over a little bit more, but that's okay. It still works. So now they can put just like this to include it in here, or leave it in behind there. But regardless, well, yeah, let's go. You don't have to take that off if you don't want to. I'm going to, just because. And if you watched my video, I said if you get your pen holder too big for your pen, to just take and do a few little stitches in there, and that's what I did in there. Just a few little stitches just to make it so that the pen sits in there better. So easy fix. Okay, so this is these little cards I did, and I thought, you know, I could go through and do the overlay, but you know, these work too, and it kind of gives you that 3D look. So I thought that's okay. I don't mind that at all. And then just when they go in here, then you get that added feature of the print, which shows up nicely in the when you close it. And then, okay, let's see, let's go to the start. So I did this pocket here just because this makes it really hard to write on. So I just did a little pocket, and these were some of my scraps. So I just made some tags out of them. And this here, I thought I'd just leave it as a writing spot, just as is. And this, I added a little bit to it from when we did it together. Let's see, I put an envelope on this side and just put some things in there. I didn't decorate the envelope. You gotta do something for the person who gets this to do, right? And I put an envelope on this one too with just a few little things in there as well. And there we go. And so this, if you remember the way that we did this, we created this little pocket out of it. And so we have this in here. I like him. But I wanted the field notes. I wanted the writing in there. And that is our little observation. These are the ones that kind of printed off wrong for me, but I like the way that looks. Layer, layer, layer. And so then I have some more journaling cards in here. And here is the lady that she inspired this whole kit, Mushaba. You just check on Rose's page in her YouTube videos. She does the whole story. It's a beautiful story. Lots of strength there. And this one is the first one we did where I used that little netting in there. I didn't put anything on here, just blacked it out or inked it a little bit so you can put little notes in there. And then here I just threw in a bunch of cards. And this was the video that I struggled with. And I struggled with the tab maker, but I did figure it out, and I did a little video on how to. If you've caught that, great. If not, I'll link it here somehow. I don't know. I don't know how to do that. I need to learn how to do that. Okay, and then this, we can close this up. We'll bring this over here. So this little gem now comes out, can be taken out and written in nice and smooth, whatever, and then put back in. Or something else can go in there. I'm just going to leave that off to the side for now. And then this is what we did. We decorated this up and we made this a writing spot. And all I did was I took some of those papers and I put them in there just for some added notes. And then here is the journaling cards that we did. This one we did together. This one I did just because I had the mess out and I thought I'm going to get this done. And then I put this in here just as a journaling card. Nice place to put notes. And I like it. And then I put this butterfly in there because I thought, wow, the blue really sets off nicely. And it adds a little something something. And then I took and I put some washi tape in here that I had, those mushrooms. And I did that just to give it a little extra strength. I glued it in so that gives a little extra. And then I found these. I've had these forever. And I thought, why am I not using them? Probably because I didn't know where they were. And the one that was on the first page was Through the Muddy. And I thought, well, yep, muddy, yep, that works. And then this one too, I just put a piece of paper in there. Just folded up, made it fancy. Just extra writing spots. And I see I have a very white spot here. Well, that's going to drive me crazy. Let's get rid of that white. There we go. Make it look like it belongs. Oh, I love the inks. So this here is just another writing spot. And then this, what I did, this is the envelope. So I opened up the envelope and I made this piece of paper to be a pocket. on the back side. And I wish I would have thought to do that with the overlays on this one, but I didn't, because I thought of that after the fact. And then I just took some of those sheets from, this is Freya's freebie Friday. And I just took and I made them so that you could have extra writing space. And that's what they were all supposed to do. But I put this one on wrong, and then I had to carry on. So it was a happy accident, because now it kind of flips out, and then it's like, oh, hidden. So that was my thoughts. And I used a paper bag to line the back of that envelope so that it fit. And then this I made, I love this rose, and I just made a belly band out of it. And I just took some of the paper. Lots of places for notes. Lots of notes. A little snug to get in there. A little snug. I might have to take and loosen that up a bit. So there she is in all her glory. I love the way she turned out. I really do. And we'll put this like this. And so there it is. There it is. Closure. I wish I would have made that a little tighter, but as people use it, you know, it's going to fill up. It's going to be fine. It'll be fine. So there we are, all done. I love working with this kit. I'm super excited about June's kit. I'm not going to say nothing more about that, but thank you for joining me, and we'll just play next Monday if I'm not out gardening. If I'm out gardening, I'll come in and say, hi, I'm gardening. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye.